Hey! Welcome back, YouTube. Ignore the technical issues. I totally didn't have OBS crash, and it took me ages and ages to figure out. How to get you guys back. It hasn't actually been that long now that I think about it. It's already been 16 minutes. Oh no, wait, it's already been 46 minutes of stream. Oh my goodness. I have no sense of time. And I haven't done anything for art yet. I hope I'm not getting in trouble anywhere. Center to screen. There we go. That's it. That's fixed. This is what I was trying to open. Now I need to. I am a fool. My hubris allowed me to think I was ready, but I was not. Oh, I so desperately was not. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Now that everything's back to normal, everything is fixed, I need to add a description for the new God damn it. Need to redo the description for YouTube. Nope, everything's fine. That got kept. Of everything, that got kept. Thank goodness. Okay. Let us see. Let us. As I was trying to explain beforehand, where's obsidian? There's obsidian. Okay. The plans for streaming are these. Would help if I had OBS on top rather than a browser that's only YouTube. And delayed heavily. These are the sort of things I plan on streaming. My goodness, OBS is bigger on YouTube. No, not on YouTube, on OBS. Nah. I am confuddled. I am all over the place. I'm an anxious talker, apparently. Welcome to Scuffed Streams. Okay, it's... Okay, so... For my time zone, these are the times I will be streaming from and streaming to. So, and these are the sort of things I will be streaming. Variety being variety. Video games. However, looking at YouTube's categories and stuff, the only thing I will be streaming in YouTube is entertainment, because they have so few categories. Whereas on Twitch, today it's art, and Tuesdays for me will be art, software and game development, writing and the writing part of writing and reading. And Thursdays for me will either be D&D or variety video games in brackets, because I looked at Twitch tracker and that was what It was just called variety for every single video game. But yeah, I don't know if there will be a consistent video game that I will be playing. We'll see. But yeah. Where is Obsidian in all this? There it is. Huzzah. So, however, I just realized I've opened this here to create notes. Today's goal. Make stream assets. Why am I talking like this? Because I am going delusional from how scuffed the start of stream has been. I am so sorry, YouTube. I am so sorry. Probably rename that to Take 2. Save. All that. Okay, stream assets. What stream assets, you may ask? PNG tuber assets. Stream overlay. I'm a complete and utter mess. Anyways. Stream overlay, yeah. It's stream overlay. Maybe multiple? Who knows? We'll figure it. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But also, what else? Let us see. What else? There was something else. Oh yeah, part of the stream overlay is border. But also follow the goal. The follower goal. Sub goal. When I have them, have access to them. Oh, what else? What else is there? Oh, and the turn OBS. I'm sitting it off. Of course, I forgot. You guys can't see the list I'm making. But yeah. These are the goals. These are today's goals. And today and future Tuesday. Stream goals. Yeah. Let's figure this out. should also probably make new profile pictures. That needs to be its own thing. For socials, so they're all consistent. But yeah. I need to make it known. I'm such a mess. I hope my mic did not pick that up. If it did, I am sorry. I should really make a button that mutes my mic. Totally not panicking. Anyways, let's actually get to doing. It's already almost been an hour. I'm a mess. Anyways, now that all the scuffedness is hopefully over, trying to figure out what scale is. I forget what scale this is. Settings. Stream, nope. Appearance, nope. Nope. Video. Canvas size. There we go. That's what I needed. 1920. 1080. That is what I needed. Create that. Wonderful. Okay. So. Right now it's there. Okay. So, basically, what I need to do is I need a bar for down long push. Let's grab. And yes, right now I am only using a mouse for creating, for marking out it. Here and here. That's because I need consistent line thickness. I am... So. I'm needing stuff for there. On the user interface. Because I will sit. I sit right. Still on the line tool. I sit right here. Ish. this section here is me. I just quickly blah, 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 blah. I'm a... Oh boy. So, this is well and truly a stuffed first stream. First stream, I need to not go blah blah blah, because that is not good for the ears, is it? So. I reside in this area right here. So, what I need is... So, this is the real estate I have for things to pop up. And we'll have things sitting. So, behind me, I can have... Let's go with that color. Let's figure out where I want to have things sit. It's either... So... Rudiment... Let's just create temporary rudimentary. Let's say this is the follower counter to whatever goal it is. Now it is bar with the text. With it either above or below. Numbers slash numbers. So set it. What? Let's see if this one is the one that doesn't have the pressure sensitivity. So this is the follower count. Follower goal. Let's move this. Where do I want to have this set? Obviously, I haven't got this to scale because, I mean, if I was to have this to scale, I just realized I can just get a screenshot, just a sec, making that entirely like that, just to give you lot a sense of this. It will new. Wait, hang on. Apparently I can't get a screenshot of OBS. Where's OBS? There's OBS. This. New. Yeah, OBS hides itself. Okay, that's good to know. That is good security on its end. But I'm kind of wanting it. Yeah. That's a little bit of a problem. I'm trying to... I want this screenshot so that I can just get... exact measurements of where the bars are as well as my size, because I have rescaled myself from. So, hmm. No. What to do? What to do? Okay. Okay. Is there any? Nope, it hides itself in full screen snip as well. Window snip. Nope. Huh. I may need to take a picture with my phone and send it through. Okay. Let's get this. Let's edit this. Pop it to where it's only the canvas in OBS. And this is not at all even, so I can't even use this. Oh boy. I did this. Let's scale you. Let's just try scale to where this top of the head is just about the same distance as this starts off of the edge of the canvas. Let's say that's about right. Okay, so that's where that sits, but bar isn't quite that thick. Advantages of having done this way. Let's say that's about right. Okay, so. But bottom bar can be a bit bigger. Okay, so. Follow a goal. And I just realized. Let's try this again. This. Okay, so that's replicating. That is replicating what I'm seeing on the interface. So let us try. Let us see. That is about the right thickness for what sort of counterbar I'm wanting to have. It's not the right color, but let's... I can always have... I can either have a percentage or a number next to it or above it. But follow, I need... Now, I don't normally use the font I'm about to select, but it's pretty much the only font I know that I have in this library that isn't under any sort of Creative Commons. Otherwise it wouldn't be used everywhere over the internet, so this is more just a safety thing right now. I will likely create my own font for everything that I'm wanting to do. Save. That's that. However, 16. Let's see if changing the size. I am totally stimming, I just realized. Anyways, okay, so let us see what to do. What sort? Because this isn't the color I'm planning on going with. I'm thinking some sort of blue is the color I want for both of these. Could follow progress. Okay. I may switch this out for subs when those become for sub goal on Twitch when that becomes available to me, but that is who knows how long, so let's figure this out. What color is, let's see if, I don't even know what style of the rest of it I'm wanting yet. Okay. And the reason I did that is voila, instant color change. However, that's easy on the eyes. Okay. I'm not wanting a light border, I'm wanting a fairly dark one. Haku. Let's try this. Let's try. What the heck is 80? Let's try 100. That feels like a take. Wait, no, Control Z, Z. No, this should be on a new layer. That was my bad. Let's see. Do I have... Let's, I'm looking up examples of different because I have an idea for the style. I'm just like, how do people usually format it? Is it normally the followers and then the number, or is it then percentage? Or so I'm looking. I've got Twitch open on my phone, and I'm looking, just looking, and looking for examples. What do people tend to have? Don't have a thicker bars than the one I'm thinking of for the actual progress bar. At least that's the example I'm seeing for the one that I just had. I'm just realizing that not very many people have those on screen anymore. Let's figure this out. Okay. I'm wondering, so I'm... How people usually seem to usually have it formatted is... You lot can see, but I cannot because I had that window too large. How it's normally formatted is followers, and then it's normally listed, well, it's normally, the examples I'm looking at are sub goals, because a lot of people have sub goals more than follower goals. However, I haven't got access to subs yet, so I'm gonna start with the follower goal, and then maybe switch over to sub goal, because then that it doesn't just keep growing and growing. But but it's normally formatted as like either this, where the hash is and the slash are either the only thing there, or they're within the bar itself. There were a couple examples though that I saw had it like, I need to close to be able to move this. So I'm just weighing up, how do I want my stream to look? Because the sort of thing I'm picturing is this, the lore I have behind a puppeteer as a character. So this is that they've been traveling through, they've been trapped in between dimensions, unable to return home, but able to visit a multitude of different worlds. And so they collect stories and stuff. But they live in what I refer to as the Eternal Library, which collects up stories of each individual's lives of every single dimension, whether good guy, bad guy, just an average ordinary person. So they they collect up the stories for them, and this is, and so the play, and that's what the Eternal Library is, and that is where Puppeteer is, or resides, looking for a way home. That's it. I'm picturing having a sort of sci-fi sort of appeal, as it's a sort of space station that floats through the void. But I'm also wanting it to have a sort of fantasy sort of aesthetic as well. Just trying to figure out how to mesh the two. Mesh both sci-fi and fantasy in a way where it doesn't become Star Wars, because that is the primary example of it that's occurring that I have in my head. So let's figure this out. I'm just gonna quickly pop over to so if there's anyone in chat, any suggestions, any ideas? Mrs. And what's it? I forget what the hotkey is for duplicating. duplicate. Control J. Okay. So remember that for next time. Do I want to have it to be relatively thick? Do I want it to be about that thickness on both sides? Or do I want it thick on one, thin on the other? Decisions. Okay. But I'm so just gonna select these, Control G, throw them into a group and call it borders. Just gonna lock that. Bill. That's because okay, so I don't expect to be rated, but don't expect to be rated anytime soon. However, having something prepared for if a raid occurs is important as well. I'm moving on to working on that while thinking of things for follow account, but something that just pops in. How I see this usually done in other streams is something comes down and something comes down, or it just pops up either in the corner here. I need to do a different color for this. Let's go to this color. Either the way that happens and pops up over here, either pops up and thanks to the person across here, or like the way the either occurs in any of those sections, and potentially in this one it usually says how many have participated in the raid and stuff. So which of these do I want to go with? I always feel like the one that goes over the front is a bit intrusive. So I don't want to do that one. But I don't have an issue. I understand why some people do it though. And they do that one, and it's because they want to make sure the person gets properly thanked. And that gets seen. However, from my experience, I do find as a viewer that annoys me. Because I see other raids where it's either just I'm gonna use Pirate Software as an example again, because that is I think my stylus is dying. Wonderful, I forgot to charge it before, and I don't have a backup, so I'm primarily just doing stuff with the mouse right now anyway, so let me just quickly find... Where did I put the charger for this? Is it plugged in down there? I think it might be. No, that is too thick here to be the stylus's charger. Okay. I have really got to go through all my cables and make sure that the only ones on my desk are the ones I need. Oh my goodness. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. Okay. Gonna plug this in and have it charge while I continue using the mouse. Okay, so another example of raids that I know of, and this is again from Pirate Software, as I was saying, is having the raid, having it as something that I'm not used to writing with a mouse unless it's in text, so it's just raid. Save, close. The Pirate Software, his raids has, I think it has a small pop-up here similar to these, but it has something that just goes down the middle, like, hey, there's a raid happening, or hey, there's a hype train, and just this thing's happening, and then up in the top corner is their main pop-up of this information and stuff. So I don't want to I'm really scatterbrained because of the start of stream. I am so sorry to all viewers. Anyways, idea. I'm really having a hard time thinking about how this properly will work. Overlay. Nope, that makes it white. Burn. Nope. Because of the color I've used. Color. If I set this to... Set this to black, does it? No, it doesn't. Color. Overlay there. Nope. Normal. Multiply. Darken. Color dodge. Nope, I am terrible at figuring this out. What I'm wanting to... I have an idea. My idea for the follower thing is... You know how we're loading things sometimes have progressively filling and getting more and more until it reaches the end, and then it resets. Thinking, like when it hits 100%, it's got everything possible. Stuff like that. I'm trying to think, what sort of thing could I do with that? And that's similar to that. I just had an idea. So text. It's going to be, need to select that. Oh wait, follower. That's fine. However, at a smaller size, actual. So let's set this to 12 and go number/number. Save, let's see. And I need to move. But his idea, since the followers are going to effectively be books, getting into the bookshelf. Rather than a bar. Who's that? That's charging. But what if I instead, let's go with the fill, because this is going to potentially be trying to think sci-fi yet fantasy. What color? What kind of? Maybe some sort of wood, metallic looking wood. Let's go with this for now. And brush size. Just what if it's just a small bookshelf that usually is empty? Bookshelf that is usually empty, but as more people follow and stuff, as we get closer to the follower goal, I forgot to mention that again. Books fill in. I have a brush I made for this sort of thing. Here it is. As followers join and stuff, books add onto the shelf, and eventually, and when it gets to the end, a new shelf is needed, or we move to another shelf and stuff. That's the idea I'm now thinking. So yeah, actually, I like that idea enough that I'm gonna stick with that. Books. What is this? this is... Has this got... It has nothing. Okay. That is the two potential raid locations. Do think I need to make that bigger though, because okay, so to do that better, bookshelf, that is all I'm needing. Oh, don't change the height, change that. Brush this. Let's oh, that's grayscale. Oh no. If I change it to white, will it be vibrant colors or will it be grayscale as well? No, it's just white. Okay. Forget. If I set it to gray, will it be... No, it won't be colors. If I set it to red, it should be. There we go. Those are too bright. Let's see what colors we get if I set it to blue though. Green? Like, I'm very proud of this brush. This is the first brush I've actually made for Critter myself. And while I do still add details to each of the books and stuff on bookshelves with it, it makes it quick and easy for backgrounds and stuff. So I like that color arrangement, though it is a bit bright. So let me just... Books. Let's add an overlay layer and grab red, fill, hue. It's not going to be that. We're going to color. Nope. Color dodge. Divide? Nope. Darken. Ooh. Those were some nice reds though. What? Green, soft light. Darken. Divide, no. Color dodge. What does over... How does over... I know what to do. Let's get a gray and fill. Multiply and adjust. Let's find... Because those all look very digital. And I'm not wanting the books to look digital. I'll work on that. Closer to it being... to actually working on that, but we need to figure out how to get these to be included in this and look good. What to do? Okay, so let's this is the part that will be digital. This is the part that's supposed to be sci-fi sort of. So G X. Okay. Let's move these. Be just above the bookshelf, cause It's beginning to annoy me that this is the same color as behind there. So and that brown isn't actually as good as I initially thought, so bookshelf. And as you can quickly see, this is how I get a lot of fit layers real quickly. I just decide I don't like a color, decide I want to change it, add a layer, that, name it fill, overlay. Is that better? I honestly could not tell the difference there. Nope, darker. Let's try a more red tone. Trying to get towards a rich mahogany sort of colors that I've seen in various different pictures. And just try overlay. Ooh, yep, okay, that's the color I'm wanting for that. Much deeper. This, remove books. Add a layer. Fill. Nope, needs to pay attention to all layers. There. There's the back of the bookshelf. I'll need to make it look... I'll need to texture it eventually. And those actually don't look as bright on there now. Those aren't as painful, as rapidly catching to the eyes. It's still bad. I don't want people's eyes getting dragged down there rather. So I will need to fix that still. Books, you. That helps. But okay, so okay, I split alpha, put into mask. Oh, and I need to do this. No. Okay, so. Actually, wait. Let's try alpha into mask. Okay, so the books reside in this. Don't want that though. I never have been able to get so let's go over it. Oh, I can just make here separate books and stuff. However, okay. This. The text. That needs to be centered. However, I'm not going to achieve that with this, so... And the easiest way to get a center line for this, I just duplicated that. Easiest way to... Oh, I should... Up, over, behind. Hold Alt. That's where the center is. That's the center. I need... Let's see. Select. Can't select layer. Okay, wait. Select all. Nope, that selected everything. I hate... Cancel. Nope. I really wish it would allow me to select just this layer. Nope. This needs to pay attention to only this layer. Let's go to 1. Nope. Wait a minute. No, I didn't. Okay, there we go. And I should fill it now. Fill it now. Before that, so that this is visible. That is the center. Now that I know that that's the center, which it probably was obvious to some people, it's easier to line that up. That is the true center of all of that. This, however, I need to move so that it's in line with the center as well. Okay, and now that I have those in, what? Ooh, I just realized I could do the other one and it would actually be slimmer. Okay, so and since I moved that, just move that. You. Let's grab that. Control X, discard, yes. However, I don't need you anymore. Do not need you. Do need you though. Oh, I already opened it. Whoops. Yes. Save, close. That text is too big though. So, here, edit text. I just realized there's an edit text box. 12. Save. It's already at 12. And save. 8. Still legible. I think that feels right. In terms of the size at least. So get that into place. Now, there is one final question. Do I go with the what the goal is and where we're currently at? Do I go with the percentage method? Or do I just list what the goal is? Because you can easily see what the follower count. Or do I go with what the follower goal is? Because you can easily see the follower count. Let's get rid of that. No, need that should I change my mind, so. Bookshelf center. Having a small divider in the middle will help, if I go with the way I'm thinking of, it gives an easy, definitive, known. Yes, okay, I know what I'm doing. Okay, so bookshelf center, yes. Did I? Yes, I finished typing that, good. It's getting its own layer. I don't know I don't know where 7 is. I instantly lost 7. You think that I could keep track of it? Nope. Middle divider. Bookshelf center. It's only there now. What is this? Ah. Okay. This color. Let's add a. I don't even know if is there. Yes, there is. It's just the insert button. This. That book is in the middle. That is. Ooh. That is either going to be a pain or that is. Oh, and I just. Why am I making this hard on myself? I just had another idea. Okay, so. The other idea that I've had just now. It is. What if every book has a different height? That varies. And I'm not meaning Oh, it just works its way through each, because it's like, I already has that. I mean, what if it's different every single time? Like, there's a random chance that there might be the same book next to each other. A lot. But, why am I doing this to myself? I can see the difficulty this is gonna hold, and yet I like it. I think it's Picasso. That's an old meme. I am so sorry. Actually, what am I talking about? This is my stream. Ha. A. Uh-oh. I just noticed that StreamerBot wasn't monitoring YouTube chat, so I don't know if YouTube chat said anything. Oh boy. Nope. Okay. So. The idea for this was I'm thinking. I do like the thinner at the top and thicker at the bottom. However, to have this incorporated as well as to get a bit more sci-fi. Let's grab this. This is going to be behind all of the bookshelf aspect. Need to get off the books first. Here's the thought. I need a vector layer. Which shift insert. Okay, that does have a thing. Let's just check. That's the thickness. I don't understand how this one works, so Let's try. 'Cause it's fairly dark. Let's try going. Okay, so. Oh. And it needs to be above the middle divider. Okay, so this. I need to invert those. I need to remember that. This. It's not filled in automatically. However, this is its own. I'm so sorry. I desperately need to set up a mute button. Just a sec. Settings. Okay. Hotkeys. Mute. I'm looking for my mic. Oh, that's up. Okay. I now have a question to answer after stream. Why is there not an easy way to just set up in OBS a mute? And I should probably set it up for the entire mic as well. So okay. After stream goal. Set up toggle mute for mic. Because I don't think it's a good thing that my sneeze is getting picked up, because that's not pleasant to listen to. There we go. Anyways. Idea for this to path. Now I get it's a point. It's a point. Because I'm not wanting it. And here's how you figure out if these two are in fact centered. Let's quickly move this to be centered itself and then get back to getting that bottom centered with the top. There. That should be smooth point. Smooth point. Oh no, wait. What was he? Smooth. Then both of these will move. Nope. Okay. Let's make this a smooth point and this a smooth point and see if now getting rid of these two. Remove points. Oh. Points. That's better. I need to get the text properly aligned now. Properly centered in within. Oh wait, yep, that's right, because for some reason when you simply move things with the keys inside vector layers, it is always a large amount. Now that that's properly centered, let's get this back down behind it. Obviously, the text I have in this example can't because it can't be what I use because the numbers gotta change. So, should I make this bigger? Probably make it bigger. Doesn't work like that, however. Doing it there it does. Since this number can potentially get up to high numbers with it, since the digits can get up to multiple, get up to 4. I think I'll have it go down to K after. I'm having dreams of grandeur, aren't I? Cause maybe one day, who knows? Display. I just realized I should have been working on the starting soon screen as well. Should have started by working on the starting soon screen. However, this is a good idea. So things I still need to figure out for future during future streams. Deciding which of these corners to have the raid information, and then figuring out what it is I want to have drop through, or pan across or quickly move through the center of the screen. To just be like, hey, there's a raid, or hey, this thing's happening. Faces I do think I need now, though. Where's my list? There's my list. PNG Tube assets. Oh, wait. Thinking face. Thinking face would be good. As well as confuddled. Yep. So those plans. Okay. Okay, so text. Let's go through and just do some cleanup. Corner all ups. Simple. Yeah. I have no idea how to spell silhouette. It never sticks. Oh. In my head whenever I look it up. Let's type it into, I'm gonna type it into Obsidian. Silhouette. No, it is not Silhouette. There's a U. Okay, I've got it now. Control C. goodbye to you. Hello, correct spelling. Silhouette. It. I question the English language sometimes and whether it was a mistake. Like, I know there's a lot of places that speak it as a primary language, but man, its spelling is confusing. And this is the only language I understand. So, yeah. I've spoken this language since I was able to first able to talk. Bookshelf. Hello. Hey, creative mishmasher designs. Yes, it is. Yeah, okay, that is much better, thank you. How are you doing? How long have you been here? It's felt like I've just been speaking into the void. Though, it's nice knowing that someone is actually there. Though. Oh, I've hummed quite a bit over the past almost 2 hours. Okay, so. Okay, about 10 minutes. Gotcha. Yeah. Don't, if you go and look at the YouTube side of stream, don't question the description. Everything's been fine for the entire time. Polishing. I genuinely don't remember talking about polishing anywhere throughout stream. Yeah. The first stream in years. First time multi-streaming even, and I severely messed up here on the platform that I streamed to before. So, yeah. Things went about as well as I expected, but my sanity wasn't prepared for it. So, I'm still a bit loopy from that, so yeah. Yes, I'm sure I probably have. I'm fully aware sanity is overrated as well. My goodness, so I'm currently I don't ever expect to be rated anytime soon, but which of these two corners in terms of the stream would you be alright seeing raid come up and raid pop down like notification in? Because I'm uncertain which I prefer. So, I'd like to hear outside opinion. Because my thought is that when raids occur, it pops down, says how many people are raided, thanks to whoever the raid is. Yeah, I'm happy with critique here. Oh. So, is that a degree for... Since you said you have an Aussie accent. You said you had an Aussie accent. Are you in high school, or is this degree from... Is this a degree from TAFE? Is it a TAFE degree, or Is it from? Oh, okay. So it's just a. It's a potentially TAFE, potentially just uni, potentially just. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Oh man. I'm. I'm. I'm more than half your age, so yeah. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. I finished school 5 years ago, and it's just been, and the for it I was doing a certificate 3 in screen and media. They changed the name in the last year of the certificate in the last year of me doing it. So it hasn't stuck in my head what certificate I actually have. And I have it in my drawer. Ah, you did further ahead. You have more experience. Yeah. Part of it, my high school experience, I did VK, what a program that in my school referred to as VK, where it was more practical learning rather than a lot of paperwork, which is why I did a TAFE course for Certificate 3 in Screen and Media, because you needed to do a TAFE course as well to be able to get past high school year 12 with VCAL. And part of the TAFE course was creating, in the first year, was creating a new logo for a company that exists. And I decided to do one for a new design for NASA's logo to incorporate the entire world rather than it just being America. Incorporate everyone when you, because I don't understand why we don't all work together. So I renamed NASA to IRIS, International Research and Exploration of Space. And I used I think I used one of the no, not the Curiosity is the rover. In the logo, I used the satellite that they sent off with the golden records of a heap of information of about humans on it. I incorporated that into the logo. So Voyager. No, maybe I don't remember the name. And I'm the one who used it. So actually, it may have been Voyager, because I think there's a Voyager 1 and Voyager 2, because they sent off a second one as well. But I incorporated that into the design and all that, and I had a good. I really enjoyed designing that. I found I really enjoyed designing logos and stuff. So when part of the TAFE course included no, not part of the TAFE course. Part of VCAL included at my school included running a break cafe for other students to get snacks and foods and stuff. And in my second year of doing VCAL, we were designing logos and stuff for that, and I gave designing a logo for the cafe a try as well. My one didn't succeed. I really don't understand why, because the one that they wound up going with was, well, I do understand simple. It very much seemed overly simple to me, so I don't understand why it was picked over mine. But that's high school for you. But I enjoyed creating that logo. Took a few years, and my sister needed a logo for something she needed doing, and she got me to, and I got to do that as well, and it was a lot of fun. Oh man, I don't remember where the file is for the logo I designed for that cafe. I think it's still somewhere. It's getting close to when I was planning on ending stream, but since there's all the scuffedness at the start, I may go until the full hour is up, but I'll try and find it for next stream. I'll show it at the start of next stream, which I'm planning on doing Thursday. But right now, but actually wait. It might, yeah. Oh man. I don't even know if it's on either of the hard drives that I have in my computer. It may be on a USB somewhere. Thanks, yeah. I would have gone with just Puppeteer, but it was taken. So, Puppeteer of Many, that comes from a nickname that sentence comes from a nickname that I got in an old friend group, because we had a D&D based role-playing server, and pretty much everyone had 1 or 2 characters, except for me. I kept creating more and more characters because we had more and more people coming in, so I kept creating and managing all of these different characters, so that, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Oh yeah. I use a lot of when it comes to creating stories and stuff. I use a lot of D&D mechanics to help. Oh man, you've played it a lot. You've played it a lot more than me. I started playing it heavily during 2020, during the lockdowns, but yeah, I've managed. I kept it updating my name. I got the nickname Puppeteer. Yeah. I got the nickname Puppeteer of a Puppeteer from that friend group. So I changed it, since it was on Discord, I changed my nickname to Puppeteer of, and I had the number of how many characters I was the Puppeteer of, but it kept going up and up. The last number I remember it being at before I changed it to Puppeteer of Many was 11. And I had them all operating at the same time. And everyone else was just baffled at the fact that I had that I was not burning myself out, and that I was managing to stay on top of every single one of them. And each of them felt distinct and different from each other. So, yeah. It's very much why I've contemplated actually being the DM for a D&D game, but I haven't had the opportunity or the confidence. But I have been building up a world that I may run myself through, and it's why I'm contemplating doing solo DMing, because it's like one of the recent games I was playing in fell apart. I don't want to talk about drama and stuff, so I'll leave it at that. But it fell apart, which has just reinforced my fear of a game that I'm playing in, that I'm running, it falling apart, and I feel like I've wasted my time on it. So it's very much like I need to overcome that before I can run for others. But I have a number of ideas that don't relate it for running games. Yeah, I know it's never a waste. I definitely treasure everything that I've done in D&D. It's just feeling like the fear of it ending before you can actually get it completed is because I have so many issues with it actually finishing things and projects that I start. I have so many work in progresses that I have that it's ridiculous, and it's like, yeah. Yeah, the game that fell apart was one that had started in 2021 or 2022, and it just fell apart. That group fell apart, and it's, yeah, but yeah, but been recovering from that, and I plan on you were not here when I was going over the stuff that I plan on streaming. Where is, I need to actually open that and have it on top of things. Where is it? Here it is. These are the sorts of things that I plan on streaming. So I do plan on streaming D&D, whether it's a solo play or I ever manage to run a group on here. Don't know, but I definitely want to do something with D&D because I really enjoy it, and I really want to, like, I have an idea for. I have a really complicated idea for potentially having a chat run character go through the having them play a character, having a chat play a D&D character for, and allow chat to like having multiple voices inside a character's head and letting chat decide where the character goes, and them work their way through an adventure. But yeah, I feel like the only way that I would be able to achieve that is having a lot of people who talk in chat and having a lot of people watching, as well as a little bit of a consistent audience. But yeah, I'm planning on streaming Tuesdays and Thursdays around from 3 o'clock to 5:30 usually. Yeah, thanks. It's, oh man, yeah. First stream, first follower who is actually watching the stream, because I'm not sure whether that other follower is someone that followed ages ago and forgot, but yeah. Oh man, I have so many ideas that I've had over the years for different things to stream and do. Yeah, this is where I got the correct spelling for silhouette, by the way, because yeah, but I feel like it being the first time I'm streaming in ages, I'm feeling nervous. It's similar to how I used during school. I was a part of the musical productions that my school did. So, and this, the nervousness of this reminds me of that. Oh. I feel like the nervousness helps. I've discovered I'm a nervous talker, so nervously having that to fuel the talking so that I'm not leaving it quiet. Very helpful. But yeah. But yeah, I just talking and I feel like I've gotten more progress towards and more progress done just talking it out while streaming. So even before you got here. Ah, co-working streams, yeah. I had a look at that category and I was like, do I or don't I want to go? And would this count as that? I don't know, but yeah, I feel definitely Thursday is going to be more leaning towards video and me playing different video games and stuff, and Tuesday is going to be me working on assets for stream, coming up and working on art, working on stories, because I have a few stories that I have been working on slowly. One very recently started that came from a legitimate dream, just based on how AI has actually developed, rather than how we're in sci-fi stories used to think that we'd immediately jump to sentient AI. The idea for it, in the dream I had took place in a Matrix style world. The dream I had took place in a Matrix style world that was being managed and controlled by an AI. However, how people started being able to tell that they were within the AI's simulation and stuff wasn't that they had people coming in and making them aware. It's specifically creative or neurodivergent minds that notice discrepancies in the visuals of the world, and the AI tries to keep people clumped together so that herd mentality just passes it off as something that can convince them that it's just a trick of the eye. You're perfectly fine. Everything is fine. This is normal. But as it goes on, if someone doesn't let it go, the AI then sends in people to handle them, marks them as someone who has gone insane, takes them away, and they either train their security bots off of them, or they use them to create a more convincing reality. So that is the premise of the world, and the further away from settlements you get, the more things look out of place. The more things don't make sense. Yeah. I feel like it would as well, which is why it's just the story at the moment. It could be a computer game story, it could be just a story, it could be an anime story. I don't know what direction I want to take it in yet. So I'm just primarily fleshing out what sort of story it will be, and that sort of thing first. And fleshing out the world, actually getting the building blocks in place before I decide which direction I want to take it. But yeah. A lot of the stories I have kind of like that. Like, I don't know if you watch Minecraft at all, but there's a Minecraft series that is referred to as the Life series. It takes the premise of of Minecraft hardcore a bit differently, where they oh, okay, that's okay, good. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, my favorite series as well. You're gonna like what I have to say. Um, my the story world that I have come up with is based on Last Life and Double Life primarily, and it's like it's basically taking okay, it's taking the idea of these people are connected and being like, what happens if the standard procedure was soulmates, where the soulmates or soulbound, as I refer to them, because it's like you're permanent. It's quantum linking between people, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're made for each other. It just means you'll get along with each other, or you're physically feeling what each other feels. In the case I'm using it, that's the standard world. But in select cases, sometimes it becomes a quantum tangle, like a tangled mess, which results in stuff like Last Life, where everyone has where everyone is connected to each other. They're able to pass the ability to survive things that would kill you or me to each other, and that sort of system. So the premise, the story I'm going to make, and that sort of thing happens every so often, and those people get used because they are able to have some of them survive multiple things more frequently than others. So they're used as a research group for things that definitely are more dubious of things to when you think about it. So the story I have in mind would be following the Pearl character through it, because I've got new names for all of them, because it's like this is an actual world where people are living this, and it's just going to use the beats. Oh, I've been working on this since Double Life, and it's yeah, it's just Aussie. But yeah, I renamed the renamed version of the Pearl character is Luna. And because that is a different name for the moon, so that takes that part. And the reason I specifically base it around her is because reincarnation. Because when it comes to the soulbound stuff, I decided to throw in reincarnation a bit, but so that you aren't just the same person constantly living it out. You progressively forget the older and older memories as you make new ones. So the average person can remember back 3 to 4 lives, but usually doesn't remember groups, which is what I refer to as the tangle mess. With the exception of those who happen to have one or have 2 visible traits about them: red hair and red eyes. That makes them able to remember everything, and they get referred to as archivists. But they don't usually occur within group. They don't usually get tied up in group soulbinds. I'm so glad, because I've shared tidbits, because um, on Tumblr, I saw a piece of art where where it was Pearl from Hermitcraft in reflection, within her reflection, 5 a.m. Pearl from Double Life. And my brain was like, well, what if that it was everyone else sees the people who can remember and stuff. Yeah, I made that mistake a couple times as well, because sometimes it was 3 a.m. for her. But the thought I had from that piece of art was, what if for archivists, people can see people see their reflection as their previous life, but they only ever see themselves. So think of it how like when it comes to Double Life Pearl, she is, yeah, I've put a lot of thought into this and stuff, and it's definitely coming together, but I got burnt out from working on from spreading myself too thinly, so I'm being very careful not to burn myself out again. So, yeah. But the first story would be the first arc of the story would be taking place and setting the groundwork of Last Life, and then the story afterwards is the Double Life stuff, and you actually get to see the world outside of what this research group was doing and stuff. But yeah, I have so many. I definitely have issues of not spreading myself too thinly, and it doesn't help that I haven't been able to get an actual job, which is why I'm starting streaming, to hopefully get to a point where where my creative stuff is actually making me money, because I'm doing this anyway. Yeah. Thanks. I should end stream soon, because I have other things I need to get to, but it's been great talking with you and stuff. And I hope to chat with you in the future, and I hope you enjoy seeing the stuff I wind up creating, because yeah, I can't work in the food industry because of how many allergies I've got, so yeah. Yeah, I'll be sure to drop by and see what you have going on, and I'll see you around. Heck yeah. Okay. See ya. Time to end stream. Night. And for VOD, see ya everyone. This is Puppeteer signing out. Bye.